And what top three books you would recommend investors to read?
There are, of course, a lot of good books and great books, but you know, there is a one Nobel Prize laureate, Daniel Kahneman, and I believe he is one of the genius who lived.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, he passed this
together
year.
with us, yeah. And his book Thinking Fast and Slow, probably the book that is describing human behavior very good, and how people make their decisions. And it's very important in venture capital as well, because this book is not about venture capital, but it's about how our consciousness really works, you know. And I believe it's very, very useful, because when you take your decisions, this is probably one of the most important things in venture capital, because your future depends on this decision that you just are making right now. And to escape from cognitive biases, I believe, is very, very important in this industry. But you know, many venture capitalists, of course, know about this book, and I hear it everywhere. You know, so maybe the second, which I like a lot, is Black Swan of Nassim Taleb. And he has a lot of ideas, really not one, not just about Black Swan. You know, very often I'm saying that I'm empirical skeptic. And it's very, very important in venture capital, because you cannot be just optimist or trust to everybody, you know. You just need to be skeptical and make experiments until you have some proofs that this is really so. And probably it's now my philosophy. So skepticism is what you need to have as a tool when you are venture capitalists. Maybe one book that is really important now, I believe, in modern economy is book of Robert Schiller, also a Nobel Prize laureate, and it's called Narrative Economics. And he believes that narratives influence human behavior and investors' behavior much more than any other factors, you know. And it's very important to understand which narratives we have today, which narratives will be tomorrow, and how to create your own narratives for your own startup or for your own story, personal story.
And Alexander, could you share an example of your mistakes in investment career?
Yes, I know the idea of anti-portfolio. I don't have a lot of great anti-portfolio startups, because probably I spent a lot of time in Ukraine, and so Ukrainian market is, of course, much, much smaller. And all the best startups are just on the table, you know, you can see them. Anyway, I believe the biggest mistake was the mistake that I call ecosystem mistake. So it's not about investing or not investing in one particular startup. I spent first 5 years just in the attempt to build a Silicon Valley in Ukraine. And it was a mistake. You cannot build an ecosystem yourself, even trying hard. And, you know, it was not obvious in 2009 when I started I would say, professional career in venture capital. Because before, it was just from time to time when I was investing as a business angel and doing some startups as well. You know, in the end, statistics is very important in our business, and you understand that there are some big ecosystem very big, I would say, the US and China, and together it's 70% of all the unicorns, 70% just for 2 countries. If we add UK and India, there will be 80% of the market. And if you add some small countries, really small probably, Germany, France, Israel, Canada, it's 1 to 3% per each country, another 10%, and you have 90% of the market just for 8 countries. That's all. And so if you really want to be in the venture capital business, you need to be in the big enough ecosystem to do this business.
How much money investors expect to lose to become experienced?
You know, when you start, you don't believe that you will lose any money. And I was very optimistic when I started. You know, because I thought it's very easy. Oh, you take money, you invest. I'm an entrepreneur. I know how to build businesses. I can see entrepreneur. I can evaluate what's happening and what will happen with a startup, with this team. But it's not. It does not work like this. And as an example, John Doerr, it's a managing partner at Kleiner Perkins, believes that to become a really good venture capitalist, you need to lose 25 million. And after that, you will start to understand the business.
25 million.
Yeah, I did not lose so much. I lost less. But anyway, it happened. And I started investing my own money. Probably you can learn from other people's mistakes, you know, but it's just a conception.
And what media channels do you use to update yourself about venture capital industry?
You know, we have a lot of events which we organize in 55 countries. It's called unicorn events, and you really organize one of such events as well. And just watching or attending these events, you can understand what's really happening, because I would say early seed startups usually participate in these events, and you can see the trends. As an example, today, 9 of 10 startups that we see on our events in Palo Alto are AI startups. So you understand that this is a dominant trend today. But you cannot really predict what will happen tomorrow. It's hard because, as you remember, AI exists before the OpenAI came to the market. But we did not just have hype, you know. It was just one of the industry, I would say, if we can call it industry. And then just one event triggered the big industry and the whole market, and everything changed. And is it possible to predict this event? Not sure. So who knows? I believe really in biotech, and I believe that biotech will bring a lot of unicorns to the market. But we never know when. But I see a lot of changes that are happening in the market, and absolutely we'll have a lot of unicorns in the future from this industry.
And what else do venture capitalists need to do to be experienced?
Just practice, just to invest, just to watch, because there is no other way, you know, probably. Because we are talking not about knowledge, about experience, and you can become experienced when
all about experience.
When you talk to the startups, structure deals, seeing what's happening with the startups, how they're growing, or just stop exist. Yeah, you know.
So thank you very much, Alexander, for sharing your experience. It was really good to talk with you, and it was Maxim Strelchenko, the founder of Network Silicon Valley Club, the close community of angels investors. Thank you.